Ebenezer, how you doing?
I'm good, bro.
Charlie, and how are you feeling in terms of being a new year? How's the whole vibe?
The year is starting very, very well.
The year starting very, very well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And this year, everyone has lower expectations because we thought 2020 was going to be special. It wasn't. 2021 wasn't. 22, 33 now. After achieving 4 consecutive shares, everyone is alert now with less expectation, more happiness. So, yeah.
Wow. So you're supposed to lower the expectation, eh?
Yeah. That's everything into the house of the Lord.
Okay. Now, Ebenezer, first of all, I know you've been doing a lot of stuff because per your credentials from being an architect, being a media personality, and being a comedian. How do you combine all of them? Before we dive into your exploits as at last year and things that you've done, how do you combine them?
I get it. This question a lot of times.
Yeah.
I don't see it like work. I'm lucky. I'm among the few Africans who are lucky to do what they love. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an architect, and I also used to be the funny boy in class. So like I'm just doing the things I love. So I'm not like maybe a little more disciplined than everyone else or anything. I like to draw and I like to make people laugh. So basically, maybe on weekends I'm doing comedy, not every weekend, and then on normal days I'm drawing. Yes, I'm literally drawing right now. Your call came in.
Wow. Yeah. And how do you gather your inspiration? Where do you pick them from? In terms of like your punchlines, in terms of your material for comedy.
I do storytelling.
Yeah.
And I do observational humor. So the punchline, I look at what is happening around.
Yeah.
Like maybe local content, what is in Kumasi that they don't do in Accra. Like maybe when I go to Accra, I see something I'm like, this thing, you can't do this in Kumasi. Then I see the humor bit around it. And sometimes I like to tell personal stories that are relatable yet funny.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I get my inspiration.
Now, the comedy industry have transformed a lot with a lot of shows. For you being a player, how do you see it? Is it going smooth, or there's still a lot to be done? How do you see the entire comedy industry as of now?
For the comedians, we are lucky. We are doing very well. I'm grateful to the media people for integrating us into a program like they're doing right now, and the patrons, the people who pay to come and watch us. You guys are doing very, very well. One group of people who get on my nerves is GRA.
Why do they get on your nerves?
Yeah, GRA. My last show, they charge us 21% on every ticket, not your profit, 21% on every ticket.
Wow.
And we hardly make profit. My last show, they told me to pay 6,500 cities.
What?
And I ended up paying 4,000. Yeah. And I didn't even make profit. So the government, I don't like when people say government this, government that. But what I'm saying is, if we don't have any plan for us, then they shouldn't come for the little we are making on our own.
Wow.
Because comparatively, comedy is a growing industry compared to music and like movies.
Yeah.
So when you go outside, for startup companies, they are either tax free or the government gives them incentives and grants. You understand? So if you cannot put in systems for me, then don't come for 21% is too much.
Wow. But have you had a space, or have you had as comedians, as a team, decided to talk to individuals or the GRA or people who pass out these bills? Have you tried to reach out to anybody? Probably Marco Kwekumante being the deputy minister. Have you tried to do anything to make sure we resolve?
We talked to that's a good idea that you're giving us. We tackle them individually, not as a group. So we'll go to the GRA office. I think we should, like you said, we should speak to higher authority. But we go to the GRA people and they say that they don't make the rules. That's what they tell us.
Wow.
They say they are just instructed to take the money. They don't make the rules. So if we have any problem, we go and tell the government.
Wow. So, now let's talk about your greatest exploit in Kenya. Now, how did it go?
Yeah, it was an amazing time. One of the highlights of my year last year. Yeah.
Give us a backdrop of what happened and how you got yourself in that trip.
Okay, so I was funded by Africa No Filter.
Yeah.
It's an organization for people, creatives who have come together to bring other creatives, comedians, storytellers, writers, movie makers, artists, musicians, all over Africa to tell positive stories about Africa.
Mm.
So they were doing some funds for comedians. So I applied. Yeah, a few of us applied all over Africa.
Wow.
And they chose some comedians, and then from Ghana, it was Ojo and I that were selected.
Wow.
So they were doing their annual summit. They had started it around 2019, some years back, but they couldn't do it because of the lockdown. So they were bringing it back, and then they invited the comedians, those of us who did stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
There were 4 of us who were built to perform at the summit.
Classmate,
So
1.3 FM.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and I went and Ojo performed, I performed, and 2 Nigerians, Kevin and one lady. We had a great performance.
Wow. Now, comparing the reaction of the crowd to what you felt at Kenya, how was it? Because others have complained that Ghana fans, who perform here, as compared to having a different crowd, was it difficult to make them laugh, or the one joke walk across the borders like both Kenya and any other place that you found yourself?
Okay. First of all, I don't think Ghanaian audience don't perform a normal show, sir. Have you been able to make time to go to a comedy show?
Yeah, I think I've done Obi once. I've done DKB. Yeah, I've done a couple.
But how was the audience?
Yeah, it was interesting. If the comedy is good, you have good reactions. I should say.
No, the one you watched when you were watching Obi, we're just watching Obi. Or
Oh no, it was good. It was good. I should say it was good. But the general reaction that you normally get from
in Ghana, like people are dying. Like when you are performing, people are rolling on the floor. Yeah. So and it was a similar reaction in Kenya.
Nice.
But the jokes are different. You get it. Comedy is contextual and cultural. So sometimes what is funny here is not funny, but some topics are also related to, especially in Africa. So for every show that you do, the first question a stand-up comedian you ask that who are my audience. The joke you do for university students is different from the joke you do
for normal people.
And even sometimes you are performing to children. Sometimes you are performing to rich people. You cannot relate to some broke jokes. You are broke. You think they are also broke. No, they cannot relate. So when you are traveling outside, maybe some Kumasi, Accra jokes, Ewe people, they don't know Ewe people. So don't go and do Ewe people jokes there. You understand?
No, I get you.
So comedy is a little intellectual.
Got you.
I went there with my material that is relatable across. Yeah, and then they enjoyed it.
Wow, that's good. That's good. 2024, what is the plan?
2024, by the grace of God, we hope to take Ghana comedy further. So, by the grace of God, we'll travel again and travel more. Then we'll do more shows. We'll better our craft. We'll give the Ghanaians a better experience.
Yeah. Before you go, what was the idea or what you picked from Kenya? Like, these guys are doing this thing in a good way, and I feel like we can equally make this thing happen.
That's a very good question. I like your line of question. One thing I like most about Kenya is that they taught me that as creatives we work together.
Yeah.
They said that we work in isolation. Like in Ghana, we work in isolation. Like someone is doing what you are doing, the person is good. But if people don't have a network or a connection, as will be it's difficult. But when not just comedians, but all the creative industry coming together to one agenda.
Wow.
Yes, and then I learned one thing over there because it was a creative summit. They were literally teaching us about creativity, and then they talk about something called patience capital. It's basically, I know we don't have all day, but it's basically the ability to do something for a long time without expecting money now. So you can do creative investment, like maybe Blacko said before we heard of Blacko, he had been doing music. Maybe some of the people he started with, they quit. So the one with the biggest patient capital wins. I don't know if it makes sense.
Got you.
So you can do for 5 years. The one I did there, he said, now the 1 year you go to Kenya and everybody's like, hey, that boy, I know him. You get it.
Yeah.
So how long are you willing to invest until the money comes? That is your patience capital.
Wow.
That's one of the biggest things I learned when I went to Kenya.
Wow. Any last words to your fans before you go?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the support. Like I said in the beginning, I want to thank everyone who has been supporting us. It hasn't been easy, but for whatever you do it well, and by the grace of God, you benefit in the right time.
Oh, okay. Lastly, do you have any comedy projects coming up?
Yes.
Okay.
I have this project that this very February. I have barely a month to. Yeah, I'm doing FUNNITECTURE. FUNNITECTURE, like architecture. I'm telling stories from construction sites and design and my clients and a comedy special. I'll be performing for an hour.
Wow.
I did it last year, Architect Without a Plan, and this is a special extended version of it.
Wow.
So happening on the 10th of February in Accra.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So if you are listening to me now, you would like to laugh. Other big people will be performing. Foster Romani, Clemento Suarez, Jacinta, and Ojo.
Charlie.
Yeah, be an amazing show.
Be an amazing show. Thank you very much, Ebenezer, man. Charlie, and have an amazing, great weekend.
Thank you, Nana Quincy, for having me. I appreciate this very much.
Charlie, where are you now?
I say, come on, for better get the power. Like a sack for.
No.
Them finna. Yeah. Who's them? I said them.